My name is Ashton Keys. I'm the founder of 96 brand. This is episode 6 of BYOB. Make sure you tune in, man. It's gonna be some hidden gems on this interview.
We got Ashton Keys in the building.
Yeah.
Mr. 96 himself.
Yeah.
Mr. Paris Fashion Week.
That's me.
Hold up. Mr. MSU Fashion Week.
Yeah.
I saw you when you had, when you had first started it a few years back, and I'm seeing the growth. I'm seeing the development. Can you just tell us about, where 96 came from? Where the inspiration was?
96 came from a brand. I mean, that's not my first go at it. So that's one thing people don't know is that I started a brand when I was 15 years old, and that was called Fly Society. But that actually was trademarked. It was a patent name, so I couldn't use that or I was gonna get sued. So then that formed to Fly Nation. And really, I just was interested in graphics and interested in design. And at that time, I didn't even know how to design or anything like that. So it was kind of like a passion project where I would teach myself as I go and create products that I would wear. When I started fashion, I actually didn't sell it at all. It was something for myself, something for me to look cool. And then it kind of grew out of that where people, as I grew as a designer, as I grew as an individual, people would ask me to purchase those products. And that became like my side hustle as a way I had money in school to buy some new shoes or to eat, things like that. When I got to school, I actually stopped because I thought that I wasn't focused on school. I thought I was going to go in a career based upon what my family and individuals growing up told me. I wasn't happy. Even in my engineering classes, I wasn't happy. And I had to make a point. It was a point in my life where I made a decision and I was like, I'm gonna go back and focus on fashion. And what happened was I actually left my website up from that time when I had Fly Nation. And then one day randomly I had checked my email and I had ended up getting an order for one of my shirts. And it was kind of funny because I hadn't promoted anything, forgot about it. I wasn't on deleted the Instagram, everything like that. And it just was like a spark. I kind of took that as a sign that somebody was telling me that that I should get back into it. And after that, I just spent that whole summer of my freshman year, learning more about fashion. So I took this time because I knew when I first started, I kind of just did it all over the place, just making stuff and just going as is. So I decided to take that summer to actually learn about the industry, learn about fashion, learn about brand and things like that. I wanted something to be unique and fruitful for inspiration. Because one thing I knew from my studies is that if you have to release in collections, you have to release in seasons and things like that. And I started to look at these brands and I noticed that you look at a brand like Machino, or you look at a brand like Louis Vuitton or something like that, or even smaller like Supreme, is every collection, the season is different. They use different inspirations, they put something new out. When I thought about the name, I had to find something that was unique enough for me to pull from that. And it kind of it sounded so good off the tongue. I was like 96. And I was like, I can't use that. I was like, I don't want to use 96. And I was looking for everything in the world. I remember I was like Fly Lifestyle. And then my brother was like, man, that sounds like something really janky. That sounds like a janky brand. So I was like, I guess it's 96. It was the year I was born, and that's kind of what a lot of people fall back on. But for me, when I looked at the year and I researched a lot because I wanted to make sure I could pull a lot from it. It was just so much inspiration in myself from that year. My favorite athletes, Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, they were drafted that year. My favorite brands were, I'm a vintage junkie. So you look at 90s to 96 era, you had the Starter, you had the Champion, all those silhouettes that I kind of embody in my brand now were really popular that year, 96. And even the Olympics, so my family's from Atlanta. And I always wondered why I love Olympic gear and why that picture was so clear in my mind. I always remember Olympic jackets and Olympic hats and stuff like that. And that was because of my family, where they live in Atlanta and they had a lot of paraphernalia from the 1996 Olympics. So when I went back into that year, 96, it just embodied a lot of inspirations and embodied a lot of things about myself that I can pull from to design for my brand.
Be watching for snakes on my blinds. I think I'm losing my mind. I don't know who in my squad, cause niggas put on a disguise. Ain't really